What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another player prop video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. I had a marvelous weekend utilizing Props Made Easy. Won over $1,000 this weekend. Easy. It was on point all weekend. All different sports. I mean, Olympic basketball, CS2, baseball, all of it. CFL. Actually, absolutely ate on everything it seemed like. So fantastic weekend out of Props Made Easy. I mean, fantastic run in general that Props Made Easy's been on since the last updates that we made to the tools, just to make them even better. I mean, we added more sports books that we take into consensus odds. We added the probability percent minus the VIG to give you the most absolute idea, and we started doing the color coordinating with the green probabilities and stuff to make you more aware of what the absolute best option would be if it is a green probability play. All that stuff, man. Ever since those updates, thing has been on absolute ridiculous mode. Like, it's been smashing, and it's crazy to me that it's only $20 a month, but it makes complete sense because the whole journey, through this whole journey, I've been telling y'all one of the big things is when I was partner in the beginning and now I'm part owner of it, it's like letting people know, like, hey, the main focus for these things is to get y'all the tools y'all need without y'all spending majority of your bankroll on the tools themselves. Like, I'm here for the people. Like, I wanted to make sure that not only the data was coming from the most legit source we could possibly get so that we have the best data in the market, but we were also much cheaper than everywhere else because I just don't like the pricing on a lot of these places. Like, it's pretty damn expensive for the tool itself. Then you have to be crazy when it comes to the gambling to even be profitable after you pay that money. So it has been a wild ride, an amazing one. We are absolutely on a huge run, on a big come up. Crossed over 10,000 active members the other day this weekend, so that was fantastic as well, man. The growth has been crazy. Need to update that over 9,000 active members thing right here, but yeah, it's been amazing. And yeah, let's just keep it going, baby. Props Made Easy is only $20 a month. Yeah, if you're playing player props and Props Made Easy isn't your source of helping you make picks, and you're just tripping at this point. Another announcement. If you go to sign up at Props Made Easy, you will see the season-long league headquarters is available now. I told y'all it's going to be ultra cheap, cheaper than anywhere you can find in the entire industry to help you with your fantasy leagues this year. Only $15. Your secret sauce to dominating your fantasy leagues this season. Okay, $15 it covers you for the entire season. It's not monthly. It's a one-time payment. Okay, it'll cover you for the entire season. You're going to get player season long projected fantasy points in the beginning, as well as our average draft position based off of data and stuff like that. Player season long rankings, weekly player projected fantasy points and rankings, and a who to start tool. Now, with that being said, I'll show y'all a little something for this. When you go to player ranking season under Fantasy League headquarters, after you get your membership for that, you will see the rankings right here. Now, projected points. This is the projected points for the entire season. So you can get the best idea of what you're looking at here. So, for example, let's say you want to figure out the best wide receiver to go with. All right? And I want to make sure it's PPR. Okay? You select wide receiver, you go to PPR, and it'll show you the absolute rankings. Okay? You have CD Lamb projected as the best PPR wide receiver this year. His average draft position is second. I mean, he is a PPR monster. He's projected for over 330 projected points. The next highest is Tyreek Hill at 316 at a draft position of 3. Justin Jefferson is next. Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown. Look at a rookie making the top, what is that, top 10, top 15 at least. Marvin Harrison Jr., projected for 239 projected points this season. Average draft position of 18. Marvin Harrison expected to have a good game. If you just want to look at rookies, let's take a look at the rookies, the best projected rookies for the season. You have Marvin Harrison projected at 239 at an average draft position of 18. And somebody who really sticks out to me is Malik Neighbors, projected at 213, but average draft position of 50. So very interesting there. And then you have Xavier Worthy, Lad McConkey, Rome Odunze, Keon Coleman. So it's really, really cool. You could do the same thing for running backs. Looking at the rookie running backs, Jonathan Brooks is ahead of the pack by a good margin. 168 projected points, average draft position of 81 there. But yeah, so it's just really, really cool to look at and definitely something that you definitely want to utilize during your drafts. All right. Another thing, who to start tool. Okay, you come into the who to start tool. You've got enter player 1, enter player 2. Let's say, okay, you want to figure out whether you should play Tyreek Hill. Hold on. You want to see if you play Tyreek Hill or Justin Jefferson, right? Now this is going to be week 1 data. Now our week 1 data is not fully together yet. When it comes to just week 1, we don't have all of our projections in officially. They're not updated completely. So we tell you to wait about at least till like about 1 week before the regular season begins, and then we'll have week 1 projections out. But for now, what we have based for week 1, it's just based off of our season-long projections broken down by game. Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, and then you're in a PPR league. Which one's best? You'll see Tyreek Hill has the green check mark, and then not only do you get Tyreek Hill selected as the best because his PPR points is at 18.57 compared to 16.8, but you have his projected stacks. He's projected for 9 targets, 6 receptions on 90 yards, receiving touchdowns at 0.5, compared to Justin Jefferson at 0.3 projected touchdowns, 87 receiving yards on 6 receptions and 9 targets. So really close between these two. But the yardage is higher on Tyreek Hill's side. Receptions is slightly higher, as well as the projected touchdown probability is also higher. Projected fantasy points is a couple points higher, so you would want to go Tyreek Hill. All right, as simple as that. The Who to Start tool is going to be fantastic for everybody with their lineups, trying to make sure you have the most optimal version. You can definitely compare both of your players there. Player rankings weekly. This will be here as we get closer to the season. About 1 week ahead of the season, you'll have our player rankings weekly. We'll have them ranked by highest projected points. So definitely check that out as well. But yeah, man, it's fantastic. The Fantasy League headquarters is going to be awesome. Definitely looking forward to that. So let's get into the tools, baby. All right. So looking at NFL. We have, let me refresh the tools real quick, make sure we got the most up-to-date versions. Okay, CJ Stroud passing yards over 266.5 is at a 5 sportsbook differential. Tua Tagovailoa passing yards over 256.5 at a 5 sportsbook differential as well. Tyreek Hill still up here, not much change. Tyreek Hill, Tua, very good pairing together. Stroud, Tua, Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill are some of the best options that we have value-wise on their over passing yards right now. NFL preseason, nothing there. CFL absolutely dominated this weekend. Looking at MLB, we have James Paxton strikeouts over 3.5 at a 53.23% probability. All right, minus 139 PME consensus on the over. This gets as high as minus 158 odds on FanDuel. Projection of 6.23. Huge projection differential here at a 2.73. Great spot there. Same situation here with Andre Palante. Strikeouts over 3.5 at a 52.52% probability. Minus 135 PME consensus, so nothing too crazy. Not a green probability, but minus 150 over on BetMGM. And then a projection of 5.88, a 2.38 projection differential for Andre. So really like Andre there as well. Is a very interesting spot with that huge projection differential that he's showing. Nothing on underdog. Over on better, we have Willie Castro. Hits, runs, RBIs over 1.5 is 53.55%. Minus 141 PME consensus on the over. Gets as high as minus 155 on DraftKings. Projection of 2.01. All data fantastic, which is why he's a green probability. Green probability is going to show you that every data point is on the same side. Fantastic option. Everything's where you want it for that play. Yellow's kind of in the middle. It's got great data. It looks like it's fantastic, but there is some data that you wish was better. That'll be yellow. So you mainly want to keep it in the greens. Red, obviously, just avoid that completely. Carlos Santana batting strikeouts over 0.5 at 53.3%. James Paxton strikeouts as well over 3.5 at 53.23%. So fantastic options over on better. Boom Fantasy, nothing really popping there. Dabbles, nothing really. DraftKings pick 6, some good ones. Kyle Hendricks hits allowed over 4.5 at 56.69% probability. I've been seeing a lot of screenshots and a lot of people DMing me success on DraftKings pick 6. I love to see that, man, because it really does have some huge spots daily. Like, especially if you're struggling to find some value on Prizepicks. Let's say they're, bumping their lines incredibly quickly. DraftKings Pick 6 is a fantastic spot to just go get some money on, man, because it seems like the value's crazy. Kyle Hendricks hits allowed over 4.5 is 56.69% probability. That's 3 percentage points higher than where we're even looking for it to be. Minus 161 PME consensus on the over. It gets as high as minus 169 on Caesars and a projection of 6.61. You can't get much better than that. All right. Steven Kwan, hits, runs, RBIs over 1.5 at 55%. Gabriel Marino, total bases under 1.5 at 54%. Patrick Corbin, outs under 15.5 at 54%. Some really, really good options over on DraftKings Pick 6. All right, let's move on. MLB first inning tool, don't have anything up at the moment. WNBA, nothing. Olympic basketball had a huge weekend as well. Now, we're in a situation where we have nothing but we have a lot of 0.5s up here, okay? If you're leaning one way or the other on any players, I would stay on these 0.5 or more. If you're playing Olympic basketball, I would stick with the 0.5s. These are the only group of players that I would play, okay? The ones at 0.5 at least, okay? Now, just for video's sake, I'm just going to mention a few. Anthony Davis's rebounds over 7. Other sportsbooks have an average of 7.5. When you look at all the sportsbooks, most of them are around 7.5. That's a 0.5 sportsbook differential. Bruno, PRA over 22.5 at a 0.5. Franz Wagner, PRA under 30.5 at a minus 0.5. Giannis, PRA over 41 at a 0.5. So some decent options. Normally, we like to see at least one in this Olympic basketball, but some plays on tap nonetheless. Nothing for MMA, nothing for tennis at the moment, PGA. For soccer, we have Jonder Cadiz, shots under 3 at a minus 0.5 sportsbook differential there. Nothing for Call of Duty. Nothing for League of Legends at the moment, Dota. For CS2, we have Kenzie. First 2 map headshots, over 15 at a 1.5 sportsbook differential there. And then you got a bunch of ones. The 1.5 would obviously be the way that I would stick with there. Karen, first 2 map kills, over 31 at a 0.5 sportsbook differential. And then Texture, first 2 map kills, under 36 at a minus 0.5. So some really good plays on the board as of right now. Some really good week 1 differentials still available as well to go ahead and get those in quick. As we get closer to the NFL season, you'll start seeing those differentials get smaller and smaller and smaller. So make sure you get that up. It was great to see the CFL go so crazy this weekend. It was amazing. Absolutely dominated that. CS2 was fantastic as well as Olympic basketball and MLB. Things have been absolutely on fire, man. If you're playing a fantasy league this year, do not hesitate to grab that package of only $15 for the full season for our season-long league headquarter page. Okay, you'll get access to the season rankings that'll help you in your drafts to make sure you're getting the highest ranked guys at every spot that you get available. And then you have the who to start tool, which is fantastic. Not only does it show you who to start, but their projected stats for that week as well. It's just going to be fantastic, man. Weekly rankings, all that good stuff. So if you're in a season-long league, you got to get that season-long league headquarters, only $15 a month, way less than anywhere else. And then obviously, if you play player props, there's no doubt that Props Made Easy is the way to go. For only $20 a month, man, we've got college football coming up, then NFL, then NBA. I mean, crazy times. I wouldn't be surprised Props Made Easy hits 20,000 active members within this next NBA season. I definitely would not be surprised because of the accuracy this thing has at only $20 a month. I mean, the only people that aren't Props Made Easy members are people who just don't know how this thing works and probably expected to never lose at all. And probably their first day they might have lost the slip and they just figured, oh, Props Made Easy ain't it, and they just sold themselves short. Or people joined in the very, very beginning while we were still in the growing phase, and the tools were accurate and they were great, but they weren't as legit as they are now, so they left. And yeah, but yeah, man, over 10,000 members is a blessing. You guys have been fantastic. I appreciate y'all's support as always. Props Made Easy is going to continue to look for ways to improve and get better. Thank y'all for joining me. And go lock in for that monthly, baby. Let's get it. I'm out. Peace.